All right, y'all. So today we're going to talk about daily weigh-ins. Are they good or are they bad? And in my opinion, I'm going to give you what I think about daily weigh-ins based on 35 years of working with, coaching, and training clients. So there's many different reasons why someone would weigh themselves daily. And you might be someone that's weighing yourself on a daily basis or considering weighing yourself on a daily basis and wondering, is it going to give me the results that I want? Is it going to give me the information that I want? So in today's video, I'm going to tell you what my opinion on daily weigh-ins are, and my opinion might shock you. So there's many different reasons why people might weigh themselves on a daily basis, but the main reason why people weigh themselves on a daily basis is to judge one day to the next. And here's why that might not be a good idea. And in some things in life, that might be a good idea. Maybe in school or in work, you can accurately judge your performance based on a day-to-day assessment. But in weight, you might not get the information that you're looking for, and here's why. Because let's say, for instance, you do on Monday what you consider to be, you have a perfect day, what you consider to be a perfect day of eating and a perfect day of physical activity. You will oftentimes find that on Tuesday, you could have a perfect day on Monday, and on Tuesday, your weight go up. Now, and vice versa, let's say on Tuesday, you have an absolutely horrible day of eating and an absolutely horrible day with physical activity, and then you weigh yourself on Wednesday and your weight actually go down. Now, I'm not going to cover all of the reasons why that happens in this video, but your weight is going to fluctuate on a day-to-day basis. So your weight, your weigh-in on Wednesday is not just based on what you did on Tuesday. It is somewhat based on those days prior to Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So even though you did a perfect day on Tuesday and you weighed yourself on Wednesday and your weight went up, it may not just be based on what you did on Tuesday. So this is why weighing yourself on a day-to-day basis, using it to judge the day before's performance could be a bad idea. Now, what I do tell my clients is the only reason why I would tell my clients to weigh themselves daily is to get a weekly average, meaning that you weigh yourself Monday through Sunday, then you take that total number, you add all of those numbers up, all of those weights up, and you take that total number and you divide that by 7, and that gives you your average weekly weigh-in. And then you're only using that number week to week to week to judge your progress from. Now, that would be the only reason why I would say that weighing yourself daily would be useful, because there is going to be so much variability between Monday, between Tuesday, between Wednesday. So to really use that day-to-day weigh-in for that purpose is wrong. But to use that weekly average would be the best reason to weigh yourself daily. Now, another thing, I know that we can become very addicted and obsessed with the numbers. And if you find that you're a very emotional person, like you are emotionally driven by the numbers, and what I mean when I say that is that when you weigh yourself and you get a good number, you're in the best mood. But when you weigh yourself and you get what you believe is a bad number, you're in a bad mood. If weigh-ins tend to run you emotionally, they dictate your emotions, I would say not to weigh yourself daily. But oftentimes those people don't want to weigh themselves at all. But the bad thing about that is that you can't manage what you don't track. So for my clients that don't like tracking their weight, it is hard for us to get an assessment on how they are doing because they never check the weight. So I tell my clients, and my goal is to get them to the point that we're just using the numbers as data. The numbers don't tell you that you're necessarily a bad person, but the numbers always tell you, if the number is good, it tells you what you're doing is working, and let's do more of that. If the numbers are quote unquote not good, it tells you that what you're doing is not working. And then we need to figure out what part of it's not working, because it's oftentimes not all of it is not working, but there's pieces of what you're doing, of what we're doing that aren't working. And we need to figure out what those pieces are and change those things so we can get the weight moving in the right direction. But if you never track it, you can never change it. So I do believe that there is a place for daily weigh-ins, but it's all in the reason why you're doing it. So if you're using daily weigh-ins to track your success from day to day, it's not a very reliable reason to weigh yourself daily. But if you're using it to figure out what your average daily weight is, then it can be a really good tool to help you manage your weight loss over time. Now, what I tell my clients is that my personal recommendation is to weigh yourself one time a week. Now you can do like a midweek weigh-in. So for instance, when my clients, let's say I have a client that has a coaching call on Thursday. I may have them weigh themselves every Thursday before our coaching call, but then I'll have them weigh themselves on Sunday or Monday to get an idea midweek of how they're doing. So that's my opinion on daily weigh-ins. That's my opinion on daily weigh-ins. I recommend weekly, but if you're going to do daily weigh-ins, that's the reason why I recommend doing it. So, do you weigh yourself every day? Comment below and let me know. How often do you weigh yourself? Comment below and also let me know, because I'm interested in finding out how often you weigh yourself. And if you need help on your weight loss fitness journey, click the first link below in the description, fill out the form, and the two of us together will figure out what we need to do to get you from where you're at to where you want to be.